Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to Inventory Management Portal. This is Ali Raza, and today our lecture number is 30th and the purchase invoice part number 11. Okay, so let's start and have a look what we have today. Alright, so what we have done up till now, let me show you that. First of all, let's go to the database, and in this database I have created a new table with the name owners. You see this? Okay, I hope after this all effort you can be able to create a table by yourself, but let me show you the table. You see the owner ID, the owner name, owner ID is primary key, owner phone number, and the owner address. So why I have created this table, let me tell you that. You see, in the previous lecture we have added the supplier ledger. Okay, so when the supplier ledger is being constructed, so at the same time the owner ledger should also be constructed, or it should be generated, because when we are receiving something, or when we are buying or purchasing or selling something, the ledger should be maintained with respect to the owner as well. So I have to add the owners, so I have created this table owners. Okay, and this is the primary key, and then I have also created a table with the name ledger owner, just like the table that we have created in the previous lectures, ledger's customer. Similarly, we have ledger owner. I have created this as well, so I'm expecting from you guys to create a similar table. And you see here the owner ID, that was the primary key in the owners table, is the foreign key here. Okay, so I expect from you guys to create these two tables by yourself automatically, by yourself, not automatically. Okay, now let's go to the stored procedures, and let me share the stored procedures that I have already created. So insert owner, the first stored procedure that you have to create inside your database, that is this one, and this is the these are the parameters, and this is the stored procedure. Okay, that's the first one, insert owner, and then we have the update owner. Let me show you that as well. So I have created this stored procedure, and I know that you guys can now be able to create your own stored procedures. Just this is the reference for you guys. Okay, so this is the update owner's stored procedure, and then we have the delete owner stored procedure in the end. So this is the delete owner stored procedure. Okay, so these things I have done already for you guys in order to save time. Now what we have to do, we have to create the page where we can be able to add the owners inside our project. Okay, so let's go to the Dreamweaver, and here we have to let's open some page where we have already done this stuff. So you know that inside the color screwed, we have done the insert, update, delete operation. So let's open that color screwed, and we will save this page with respect to the owners. Okay, so let's save this page as the owner screwed. Okay, so just remove this color and write here owner screwed. Okay, the directory is the same, and then click on the save button. Now we have to modify with respect to the owners table inside this page. Let's close this color screwed now, and here we can write owner management. Okay, the owner of the shop, or whatever you can say. Now what are the columns that I should add here? Let us go to the owners table again, and structure. So you see, I need name, phone, and address only. So what things do I have here? So I have the name and phone, and I need phone, and I need the address. So let's copy this code, this div, and paste it below, and here I'm going to write the phone number, and it should be phone txt. Okay, and similarly here we can write the address txt, and it should be address. Okay, now the rest of the things remains the same. Okay, and this ID should be changed. Let us close this PHP and open the admin DB page, the main page of our project. Here we have to mention the hidden value ID in order to navigate. So you see, we have reached till 9th, okay, the latest, the last. Okay, so let's copy this and paste it below, and here we have to mention the ID 10, and here we can mention the display name, that is the owners or owner. Okay, so owner management, so you can specify any name. So let's move this owner from this space to after the dashboard, okay, at the top. So save this. Now because we have added 10 as the ID here, so just close this, and do not close this, just write here this code as well. So just paste, and the page ID should be 10, and here we can write the owner CRUD, so OWNER and CRUD.php. so navigation is set. Now close this admin db.php, and let's fully customize the owner's CRUD. So name, phone and address done. Then we have this save. So if this is not empty, then you see we are inserting. So because we have now 3 fields, so let's copy this and write here and paste it, and here we pass phone txt if it is not empty, and paste it again, and here we can pass the address txt. So respectively you have to change everything. Okay, now after name we have to copy and paste, and here we have to pass the phone txt and the address txt, and give here variable names like phone and address. Okay, and then we have to pass name, then we have to pass phone, and then we have to pass address. So 3 things I have passed inside this array, and then instead of this I have to mention here the stored procedure name, that is the insert owner. So where is that insert owner? The insert owner is, let me open this insert owner, and you see name, phone and address. So just copy this stored procedure and come here and paste. Okay, so owner inserted successfully, and now the next step is to go to the retrieve function and do the same. So where is our retrieve function? Here is our retrieve function. You see we have here get colors, so we have to make sure that we have to add the get owners. Okay, one thing that is I have missed here is the opening balance text box, because we have to add the owner with the opening balance. Okay, so let's paste here and write here opening balance, and here we can mention obtxt. Okay, so that's the opening balance text. Now the next step is to add the opening balance text box here as well. So and here we can pass the you can say the opening balance obtxt. Is that? Yes. So obtxt, if it is not empty, then come inside and store the opening balance here. So ob is equals to, and then copy this line and paste it here, and then pass obtxt. Okay, now what we can do, we can simply specify if the opening balance is negative, then do this. If the opening balance is positive, then do this. And if the opening balance is 0, then do this. For that purpose, let me take you to the suppliers CRUD, where we are adding suppliers. So you see suppliers CRUD here. Alright guys, so you see here we have the suppliers CRUD, and here I have done the same, the name, phone and address. I have done the mistake basically. So instead of creating from the page owner's page from the color CRUD, we should have create this page with the suppliers CRUD, because all the things here are same as compared to the color CRUD. Okay, so I think we should close this owner CRUD, and we have to save the supplier CRUD as the owner CRUD. Okay, That's better. So make it no, and go to the file again and save as this page as owner crude. So replace the page, yes. So you see it's creating. Alright, the page has been now successfully created. Just now we have to change the minimal things. So owner management, the value should be 10 because I have given in the admin DB. So name, phone, address, so everything is same. Opening balance is there. Now I don't have to change so much things, and you see everything is there. Just I have to change the procedure. So let's go here and copy this and paste here. Okay, so owner added successfully, and then the opening balance is there. If the opening balance is greater than 0, then put inside debit and the credit. So you see the code for the you can say for the supplier ledger is there. So we have to add the owner ID or the owner ledger here. Okay, so I have to change that. So insert owner is done, debit credit is done. You guys have learned this thing in the suppliers crude when we have created this video, so no need to repeat it again. So here just I need to change the last supplier ID. Instead of this, I have to take the last owner ID. So do we have the last owner ID? Let's check in the stored procedures. So you see the get customer ID, supplier ID, we do not have the last owner ID. So let's pick up the last supplier, edit, copy, close, go to the SQL and paste here, and just pass the stored procedure delimiter. So delimiter, let me zoom, delimiter / delimiter semicolon, and here we can write create procedure st_get last owner ID, and then close this. And instead of the suppliers, today we are getting the last ID from owners. Okay, and here we can write the alias, that is O. So O dot ID as ID, and here we can pass the O dot ID, and then that's it. Okay, so select order ID from owner ID from owners, order by this, and the last ID will be picked up. So that's my stored procedure for owners ID, the last ID that will be returned. Now the next step is to go to the Dreamweaver and just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so st_get last owner ID. Okay, and here it should be OWN own ID, and then here we can pass, instead of this supplier ID, we have to pass the owner ID. Now why in this sequence we have already created the table, that is the insert owner ledger. Let us see that. Procedures, insert owner ledger. Do we have that insert owner ledger? No. So let's create the stored procedure for this. So you see we have already this stored procedure. So copy and close this and go to the SQL and again zoom, delimiter / delimiter semicolon, and then here we can write create procedure. Okay, so create procedure st_insert owner ledger, and then the column names I have to mention here. So let us see the column names inside the ledger. Okay, so because here the names are not coming in a proper order, so let's verify. So first of all we have date, then the ID, then description, debit, credit, balance. Okay, so date first. So let's write here date dt, and the data type is date, and then the ID of the owner, so own ID, and the owner ID is an integer, and then we have the, let us see, description. Yes, description, debit, credit, balance. So description and des and variable character 100, then we have debit, that is float, credit, that is float, and then balance, that is float. Okay, and then begin, let me zoom in. Yes, so begin and insert into owner ledger, sorry, ledger owner columns. So the columns are okay, wait a minute, let's copy this, let's pick up this ledger owner first so that we can get the correct sequence. SQL, now you see the tables, the details, the sequence is coming in good order. Okay, so the first thing is the order ID here, so let's pass the order ID. So LO underscore order ID, then we have LO underscore date, then we have LO underscore description, and then we have LO underscore debit, then credit, then balance. So LO underscore balance, and then the values, and the values are respectively with respect to the owner ID. So OWN ID, okay, OWN ID, then we have the date, then we have the description, then we have debit, then we have credit, then we have balance. Okay, so this is my insert procedure for ledger for owner. Commands completed successfully. So let's copy this and come here, and instead of supplier ledger we have to paste it owner ledger. Okay, and then the next thing is to, yes, date is there, owner ID is there, description, debit, credit, balance is there, and I hope guys you know this stuff. What I have done, because you see when we are opening an account for the owner, okay, so the owner has something to as a starting amount in his account or her account. So whether the account is the positive account, that means he has 10,000 rupees, let's say, in his account, then the opening balance is positive. Let's say if he is in the debt, or he has to pay somebody, so he is in negative, or he should enter the amount in negative. So when he enters or she enters the amount in negative, I have removed the negative sign from the backend and stored inside the credit. So when the amount is positive, we are going to debit. When the amount is in negative, that means less than 0, then we should store inside the credit, and if the amount is 0, then it is 0, and then we have taken the date. Okay, and then this will be the format, and then the description will be the opening balance, and by default the balance is 0, and then there is a formula, that is this one, balance equals to balance plus debit minus credit, and then we have stored inside this. Okay, now the next thing is we have to create the session. So you see, when somebody is trying to click on the edit button, it should be, the session should be own ID, the session name should be own ID. Okay, so select any owner first, that is the error message that should be displayed. Okay, let's copy this session and go to the when we are going to click on the edit button. So yes, edit button is this. Now let's go to the retrieve for edit. Inside the retrieve for edit, we are passing the session here, so let's write here owner ID. Okay, and here you see we have get suppliers. Okay, one procedure that I need to create here is the get owners. So let's go to the stored procedures and create get owners. So let's pick up get suppliers, the rest of the things we'll copy. So just copy this, close this, SQL, paste here, add the delimiters / create procedure st underscore get owners, and begin end is there, and here I have to mention the delimiter / and instead of supplier we have to pick up the owners today. So let me zoom here, and it should be owner O, and it should be owner supplier, so sorry, ledger supplier, ledger owner LO, where o.id is equals to lo.owner id. Okay, it's the common column, and here it should be o dot name ascending, and instead of this s we have to pass o dot owner id, and then we have to pass here o dot name, and then o dot phone, and then we have o dot o underscore address. Okay, so everything is fine now, and then the ledger in the end. I hope it is clear up till now. So let's execute this stored procedure. So copy and execute. Okay, it shows me an error where I have done the mistake. Get honors. Okay, select OID O underscore name. Okay, I think we have the problem inside the, yes, it's LO dot LO underscore balance, not this one. That's fine now. Okay, now let's copy and execute. Still it is showing me error. Yes, here. So LO underscore description. Okay, now let's execute. Still we have errors where it is. Alright, let's check this out. Semicolon was missing. No. Delimiter / begin end select or honor. Okay, the names should be changed, but this is not the issue. Phone address balance, O underscore address, O underscore name, O underscore phone, O underscore ID, and LO underscore balance. Okay, inner join ledger owner on this, where LO dot description is this, and O underscore name. That's fine, everything is fine. Then what's the problem? It's not showing me any error. Let's copy this. Alright, so the problem is here. I have to mention these forward slashes before this. Now that's fine. Okay, and let's execute this query now. Okay, so for delimiter / and then / delimiter space. Okay, now let's execute. You see it says that already exists. Okay, so commands completed successfully. So let's copy this one and go to the Dreamweaver, and then we have to mention here this one, get owners, instead of that. Okay, alright, so after this we have to the rest of the things remains the same. One thing that I need to change here is the hidden value 10, so that we'll navigate to our owners page, and that's the retrieve for edit function. Let us verify, do we have to do anything else? Yes, no owner available, and save, and we have to verify the retrieve function as well, and delete also. So you see delete supplier, instead of delete supplier we need here delete owner. So let's go and go to the stored procedures and delete owner. Here it is. So let's copy this one, and here we have to pass only the ID. So come here and paste, and the ID is picked up, has been picked up from the, you know, the thing, how we are doing these things already. Okay, so select any owner first, So delete is also updated. And what is this? Get suppliers. Okay, this is the thing that is done already. And inside the updation we have the update supply. Instead of this, we need to only pass the update procedure for owner. So where is that? Update owner. Here it is. So you see, when we are going to update the owner, we are not going to update the balance, okay, because it violates the rules for current time being. So update owner, and then update it successfully, and the rest of the things remains the same. I don't think to change here anything. Okay, so select any owner first. Edit is done. Retrieve we have to check. Okay, so where is the retrieve? Let us see. Here's the retrieve connection. Here you see get suppliers. Here we have to pass get owners. So where is that get owners? So you have to do these things very carefully. So get owners inside the retrieve, and the hidden value should be 10 for navigation purposes. And where else we need to pass the 10 value? Let us check. So hidden value is 10, fine. And let's see where it is, where else it is. Okay, I don't see any other till now. Hidden value, okay, so hidden value 10, that's fine. Get owners, okay, no owners available. So I think we have done with this. So let's open the admin DB page and start checking this whether it is working or not. So where is that owner? Sorry, admin DB page, admin DB. Right, so let's add the username, and the password is 12345. You see now we have owners. So when I'm clicking on the owner, you see the table, and here I'm going to pass, let's say, Ali Raza, and the phone number is 12345, and the address is let's say not Karachi, and then the opening balance is 0.0, and then save. So you see it is saying that unknown column balance in the field list. Okay, so let us go and check this out. Unknown column balance. Okay, let's go to the owner's CRUD and go to the insert. Where is that insert? Okay, OB text. So where we are inserting the balance. Okay, the error is raised for the balance column in the field list. Okay, so let us check where it is. Opening balance, insert owner, get last owner ID, insert owner ledger. So I think we have to pass the owner ID first and then the date, because as per the data. Okay, now let's pass the date. Okay, DT, and then save. Now let's go back here and refresh. Okay, and let's add here an owner address 0.0, save. So it's still saying the balance is the unknown column in the field list. I think there is a copy paste mistake or another mistake. So what we can do, we can display the error at this point. Okay, so connect.crud.php, and let's go to the database also. But anyways, we will resolve this. It's not a big issue. Let's check the owners table first. You see the data is inserting here inside the owners, but inside the owner ledger it has nothing. Okay, so we have to verify this thing. Structure and SQL owner ID, it's LO underscore balance. So insert stored procedure, let us verify. Customer insert ledger, sorry, owner ledger insert owner ledger, here it is. So you see I have written the order ID balance. Okay, the problem is this is BAL, so I have to write here BAL. That's the issue. Okay, let's click on the go button. Okay, commands completed successfully. Let's go back here and just now give here, let's say Junaid, phone number is 12345, address is, you might be wondering how this UI came. Okay, so that's a surprise. Okay, I won't show you, I won't tell you this right now, just ignore it, just keep going. So NK and 0.0 and save. So you see now, because now I have added, so it's giving me the constraint error that we cannot add the data inside this. Okay, let's go to the owners and delete all these records. Okay, the records are deleted. Now let's check. Okay, QWERTY, phone, address, balance is 0.0, save. Okay, cannot add or update a child row, a foreign key constraint fails. Okay, the last key is not coming. I think that is the problem. Constraint is ledger owner. Okay, so it's a problem for the the problem is of the relationship between this table owner and the owners. Okay, so let's check. The last ID is here 4, so inside the owner it should pass the last ID 4. I think I have created some mistake, or I have added some mistake inside this table. So let's go to the structure and check. We have this as a foreign key. Okay, if I wanted to change this foreign key, okay, so it's integer. Okay, and everything is fine. Okay, one thing that I noticed here is no supplier available is the error message is also coming. So let us check that place where it is written inside the Dreamweaver. So suppliers, no, sorry, inside the owners group. Right at this place I have no supplier available. We can write here no owner available, and we have to make sure that this is working or not. st underscore get owners, and we have to make sure that the last ID is coming. So let's go to the SQL and check the last ID. So stored procedures and get last owner ID, execute this stored procedure and see whether it is giving me results or not. So edit and copy. Okay, close, go to the SQL, call, sorry, select order ID from owners, order by this. Okay, so the last ID is coming 4. That means this procedure is working. Okay, and if I execute directly that stored procedure, get last ID, owner ID, okay, execute. So let us check whether it is giving me the results. Yes, it is giving me 4. That means the get last owner ID is working. Okay, and where it is, here it is, get last owner ID 4, and then insert owner ledger ARR2, the owner ID. Okay, let us put the date first, the order, and then the owner ID, and then we have to test it again. Okay, message, and let's check it out. So preview in Chrome, so HJ45 address 78, save. So you see it worked now. Okay, the data is displayed, the things are coming, and the rest of the things are fine. Okay, so if I do this from here as well, so let's try here GGFF and 0.0, save. So you see now things are working. I hope it is clear to everyone. So that's all for today. Hope you have learned how to add the owners. Now in the next step we have to pass the owner drop down on this purchase invoice, so that we can select the owner as well, that by which owner we are purchasing the product. Okay, so let's go to the open and purchase invoice, PUR. Okay, that's my purchase invoice. So here in this purchase invoice, you see we have the suppliers in the drop down. So what I can do, I can simply copy this. Okay, and first of all let's paste at the top, and instead of this get suppliers, what we have to do, we have to pass here get owners. So come here and go to the local host and get owners. Where is that get owners? Here it is. Just copy this. Okay, and come here and paste. Okay, get owners and OWN drop down, save, and here it should be owner, and you can write here purchase by or purchasing by. Okay, not it right, that's more appropriate, purchasing by. So yeah, and then save, and then come here, go to the purchase invoice and refresh. So you see now purchasing by, and you see the owners are coming. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now the next thing is, when we are going to save this, we have to save the record inside the data, or sorry, inside the tables or inside the ledger. Okay, just like we have stored the supplier. So let's go to the insert, open and insert, and inside this insert we have to just like suppliers. Where is suppliers? Get last balance of the supplier. You see insert supplier ledger. This is the case. So I have to do the same for the you can say the owner. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply copy this code and just close this here and paste it below. Now I have again released the connection, get last balance of the supplier, but here we have to pass the supplier ID and we have to pick up the owner ID as well. So how I am getting the supplier ID and how I am getting the owner ID? You see the supplier ID is coming from the array, but how can we pass the values from this to this page? So let's go at the bottom, and here you see when we are clicking on the save button, that is remove and then now save. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply create a variable, that is the, or let's create the array as well, or variable is also fine. So owner ID is equals to dollar OWN, let's give the ID to that OWN drop down. Okay, so OWN drop down is the ID as well. So let's come here, where is that save button? Here it is. So own drop down with hash, okay, dot, okay, I wanted to pick up the ID, so how can I get the ID? Dot val, okay, with the help of val, and then that's it. And this is how we can pass the owner ID. Now when the owner ID is passed, I have to pass it here. So OID colon OID, okay, owner ID, save, and now come here and OID should be tackled. So let's write here and is set and dollar underscore post. So I'm going to pass the owner ID here, so OID, okay, and here I'm creating a variable that is OID is equals to dollar underscore post, and here I'm passing OID semicolon and save. Okay, so owner ID we have taken here. Now what we have to do, we have to create a stored procedure that gets the supplier ID, last balance of the supplier with respect to the supplier ID. Okay, so let's go to the stored procedures, get last supplier ID. Okay, get supplier ID, where is that? Get suppliers, where it is, get suppliers, no, get last balance supplier. Okay, so get last balance supplier, here it is. Just copy this, so you don't need to change everything, and go to the SQL and paste it here and create the procedure. Zoom in, sorry, delimiter / delimiter semicolon and create procedure st underscore get last balance owner. Okay, and round brackets, and here we can pass the OID, that is integer, and here I am going to select the ledger owner. I'm not going to change the alias, ls is fine, but it should be lo underscore balance. Okay, so last balance, and lo underscore OID is equals to OID, and lo underscore ID should be there, lo dot order by, sorry, ls dot lo underscore ID, no, not OID, it's ID, because I want the last balance. Okay, so lo underscore ID, the primary key of the ledger table. Okay, that's fine. So let's execute this stored procedure. Click on the go button, you see commands completed successfully. So get last owner balance, copy and Dreamweaver, and come here inside the insert, because we are at this point. So get last owner, so here we should write OID, dollar OID. Okay, and then it is executed, then this will happen, then again the connection is released, and then the balance, so the last balance. Okay, so last balance is updated here. I am not creating new variables, and then it is stored inside the array. But you see we have this message, product purchased, okay, fine, this is the description is the same. Insert supplier ledger, no, insert owner ledger. We have to pass the procedure insert owner ledger. Where is that insert owner ledger? Edit, copy, come here and paste. Okay, so everything is fine now. That's it. So let's check whether it is working or not. So first of all, let's go to the where was that, MySQL, and let's go to the owners and delete the owners. Delete, yes. Okay, let's go to the ledger of the owner. Where is that? Here it is. So we don't have anything inside this. Let's go to the dashboard and refresh the page. Let's add an owner, Ali Raza, so that proper data should be inserted. Phone number is 12345, address is, let's say, this, and opening balance is 100 rupees, and save. Okay, so Ali Raza added successfully. Now let's go to the purchase invoice from the dashboard. Okay, here I'm going to select 17. Today we have done 100% of the work. One thing now left is the report of this. So let's pick up some products. 100 per price, 50, and total, and then add. Okay, so now let's click on the save button. So you see nothing happened at all. Okay, let's go to the database and check. So no, that's the customer ledger. We don't need to ledger owner. So the opening balance is there, 100 rupees, but the next thing is not available. Product price, no. Purchase invoice. Okay, today so no data is recorded, because you see that last data is on 16th, today is 17th, so that means that something happened wrong. Let us check. What is the problem? His save is not working. I think there's some mistake. So OID is the thing that we are passing. Here we have OID colon OID, and okay, the problem is this: OID is nothing, so we have to pass the owner ID. Sorry guys, that's my mistake. Owner ID and owner ID, that's the thing, okay, that I need to pass, because owner ID is setting here. Okay, let's go back in the purchase and refresh. Now let's select and Ali Raza and Umair, and select browser, length, blue, ABC 34, per price, add item, and save. You see it's showing me no records. That means that now the things are working, but no record means this else is running, this is not, because yes, owner ID. Sorry guys for the delay, but this is the technical stuff, guys. So I try my level best to reduce the errors as much as possible, but because I am live recording this, so I apologize for that. Okay, so add and save. You see now it is saying that undefined index OID on line number 15. Still we have OID. Sorry. Paste. Now that's updated finally, I think. Yes. Okay, let's verify again. Ali, supplier, category, large, green, denim, quantity, price, add item, save. You see, finally, alhamdulillah summa alhamdulillah, we have done with the stuff with respect to the purchase invoice. So let's go to the owners. You see we have the owner Ali Raza and the owner ledger. Here it is. So you see the owner ledger is not yet updated. That's the issue. It should be updated. The owner ledger should be inserted, and let's check why it is not inserted. Owner ledger, Okay, let's go to the purchase invoice detail. Here we have the data and the purchase invoice. Okay, on 17th, yes, the record is there, but the ledger is not created yet. Ledger is not inserted for the owner. So let's check this issue, and I think so that the problem is with the connection. So let's try to call the connection, copy, and here we have to create a new connection. Let's try this, and it should be connection 3 and connection 3. Okay, the problem here is this one, because the connection that was releasing here is this. Okay, just comment it out once again, and now we have the connection 2 released, and then let's check what is the output now. So go back to the purchase invoice and check the result. So owner ledger should be maintained, then we'll wind up. Okay, quantity, add, save. You see con3 is undefined variable. Con2, execute. Okay, now let's check. Supplier, trouser, length, red, wool, 4-3, save. You see one record added successfully. Now let's go to the owner ledger. No, the balance of the owner is not coming. That means that we have to check this, copy this, and let's go to the owners. And here you see Ali Raza has the ID 7. So let's check 7, what is coming on this. Okay, it shows me 100 balance, that means it is executing. Okay, and then the balance is stored inside the last balance, and then it is freed, and then yes, one thing that I have done here wrong is, because this is the owner, so owner is purchasing something, so it should be added inside this, and credited should be this. So this is debited. Now save this, and one more issue we have to face. Okay, this is corrected. Now date, here it is here the problem is we have to pass the owner ID, not the supplier ID. So dollar owner ID, OID is the variable name. Now that's fine. Okay, now let's check, hopefully it will work now. So purchase invoice, final check, Ali Raza, and this one, and this one, and this one, this one, this one, any data, add and save. One record added successfully. Let's go to the owner. You see now things are successfully done. So because what is happening, what has happened here, so it should be debited. Why it has been credited? Okay, I think the debit and credit is swapped, otherwise the balance is correct, because 168. So instead of debit it is crediting, and credit it is debiting. So let's yes, here that is my mistake. Yes, fine, that's fine. So the placing, because we have switched. Okay, here it is credit debit, the debit is 0, here the credit is 0, so that's my mistake. Now that's fine. Now let's try the final check and then we'll wind up. So purchase invoice. Okay, so let's try to add by this owner and select something, and then quantity, price, and then save. Okay, one record added successfully. And now let's refresh this, and boom, you see we have successfully debited, we have purchased something in the in this ledger. So 1098,989, and let's go check the reverse entry inside the supplier ledger. So 10,989 should be inside the supplier ledger, but in credit. 10,989, it is in credit. So things are working fine, guys. I think we should stop here, and we have finally created all the technical aspects of the purchase invoice today. So that's all for today. Hope you have learned a lot of things, and we are the time, don't worry about the time, because I am directly doing live these things, and you know that we are testing the product also. We are creating the database, we are managing the code, everything. These all things are done with the help of the team. That's why it is taking a lot of time. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next lectures. So in the next lectures we'll try to create the report, or we'll try to create the selling part. Let's see what will happen in the next lecture. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, and do like and comment, and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming lectures for the future. So thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.